I'll be doing the same.
I'm going to be famous.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hey, since we're going to be famous, who the hell are you?
My name is Captain Tom Knapp.
All right, Captain Tom Knapp. How long you been doing this, boss?
I've been guiding now for about 5.5 years full time, and fishing Charlotte Harbor for about 20 years now.
Okay. What's your favorite fish to catch?
Definitely tarpon.
All right.
Definitely tarpon. They're my favorite frustration, to put it that way. Yeah. Yeah. They're awesome. An electrifying fish. Very, very unpredictable. But you get yourself situated in the right position and the right tide with the right equipment, we can usually get it done. And hopefully we're going to get it done today, boys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we're excited, man. We appreciate your time.
Me too, boys. It's going to be a good time.
It is.
You can tell a lot by a tarpon's behavior by the way they roll. And usually on these calmer mornings, they'll be rolling slowly, which means I always find they're like happy, you know, when they roll slowly like that. When they roll real fast, they're kind of a bit of a mood, you know. They're kind of like hormonal teenagers.
I get that.
Right?
I get that.
Probably got kids. So.
Oh yeah, I know. I certainly do.
I have a comment. All right, so we're in a pretty interesting place here with Captain Tom Knapp, Knapp Outdoor Expeditions. This is a little different atmosphere from where we were yesterday. This is pretty wild. What did you see right away when we pulled in here?
Tarpon roll.
So
always a good sign.
Yeah, and we're going to target some tarpon, and what else?
Yeah, early morning we're going to target tarpon. We're going to chum it up.
Wait a minute. You don't sound like somebody from Florida. Just hold the phone.
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
No, I'm from a town called Northampton, an hour north of London, back in the UK.
That's wild. I'm sure there's a story there. I'm going to ask you about that a little bit later, but
right.
Let's get back to how we're going to fish today.
Yeah, we're going to live bait fish for these tarpon guys. We're going to use light tackle with white bait, or we call them pilchards or greenbacks, and yeah, we're going to give it a go. So hopefully we can jump a few fish this morning. We're going to move around a lot. If they're not acting right, we'll move. So yeah, the aim of the game is though to put some silver princes in the air this morning.
Love it.
Yeah. All right, boys. Spots. So if they ain't rolling, we're going to move to the next spot. Especially whilst it's the magic hour right now.
How many minnows do you think are in that tank?
I'd probably say about 600.
600. Yeah.
Wendy over there, the dog.
Wendy the dog.
Yep.
How do you hook those? Right through the lip?
Right through the nose, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Right through the nose. It's a little sweet spot. And you've got to hit that sweet spot, otherwise the bait will almost indefinitely fall off. Okay. All right, gentlemen, who's ready?
What about the back of the basins?
What's that, sorry?
What about the back of the basins?
That's where the fish tend to congregate. It's the most furthest back point of the basin.
Oh, gotcha.
Deep, where they can lay down there on the bottom.
I'll take that one, and I'll take that one, and I'll take that one.
That was not bad.
Ooh, I really want that one.
Hey, Phil. What's up, bud? How you doing?
Tommy, you following me, Tommy? He's off on me. Everyone thinks I'm actually Australian.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I was telling you, shrimp on the barbie tonight, mate.
Well, whenever I try to imitate a British accent, it always comes out Australian.
Right, right.
But, you know, and we heard that you were from England.
Yes.
From England yesterday. And then when we got to you and met you on the dock this morning, you didn't sound like you had that British accent.
No, I haven't, mate.
But, so, I don't know, do you change that at all? Do you tweak
I
it?
don't change it, I don't put it on. No,
I just-
it's definitely just my friends who just rubbed off on me.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah, it's
So-
a weird one.
So how did you get here?
Well, my brother actually invested in a property here after Hurricane Charlie, excuse me, 20 years ago. And yeah, I came over, I was 17 years old, and the realtor that sold my brother the property took me out fishing. And I was a big angler back home. I used to fly fish for rainbow trout almost every weekend. I came here and I lost my mind. I caught redfish, snook, mangrove snapper, and I was hooked, excuse the pun. So yeah.
That's wild. So just decided to stay and become a guide.
I was working here 6 months on, 6 months off, and then I moved here full time about 7.5 years ago. So, and it was a no-brainer that I was going to get my captain's license when I did move here. I got it almost immediately. So yeah.
You don't think of England as being a place to fly fish for rainbow trout necessarily. So
Well-
I'm not surprised that your mind, was blown when you got here.
Right.
But obviously there's some opportunities there.
Yeah, there's a lot of reservoirs in the middle of the country. Like where I grew up, where it's called the Midlands. A lot of reservoirs, and they're all stocked with. There was quite a few brown trout in there, but mainly rainbow trout. So yeah, it was. We used to throw like 6-7 weights at them, and yeah, it was fun. My dad taught me how to fly fish when I was a kid, and I just fell in love with fishing from there.
How big did they get over there?
Around about 10 pounds is about the biggest size. Usually 2-3 pounds is the common size.
I mean, a rainbow or a steelhead, you start getting around that 10-pound mark. That's a pretty good
Oh
fight.
yeah, no, yeah, they fight pretty good.
But when you came here and hooked into a snook or something like that, it's a whole different game.
I think the turning point there was when I just lost my mind. I caught like a 30-inch redfish, and it reminded me kind of like of a carp back home, but just with a more bullish, dogged fight. That first run when it hits was just electrifying, and yeah, I lost my mind after that. And then when I first got into Tarpon, that was it. I was done. Oh, it's nighttime. I'll use light colours so they see it. No, you use black and purple. They're such weird fish.
What's the story, boss?
All right, boys, we've got about a 5-minute idle up into this next spot, okay? And we've got a couple of spots in this area where we're going to find some tarpon, and hopefully they're going to be in a good mood.
Perfect.
Hopefully.
Perfect.
Foot in one spot. This boat actually, I ran it for about 8 inches. Really, it gets skinny.
So when we were powering over there, I was messing around on my phone, and all of a sudden I looked off to the side. I said, "Oh boy, we're shallow."
Yeah.
And Dan back there was like, "Yep, 3 feet of water, full bore." I was like, "Ah, boy."
You see the shark?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Was there a shark back
Yeah,
there?
it's a couple of little like. So yeah, this is a. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'd like to hear it actually.
No, 'cause if I say get back to it, I appreciate your patience.
No worries.
I'm enjoying the boat ride.
It's smooth, isn't it?
Oh, this boat is amazing. It's roomy, it's comfortable, the scenery that you have us looking at is pretty cool. Look at that boat, Brett. My Lord.
Get a bigger one.
All right, Mama. That's the setup right there. House, boat. That's the one. Picture sent. I'll send you the address next. So we came into the bay here, and we had a bunch of tarpon, you know, kind of blowing up and stuff. We figured that we're gonna get them to go. And then we found the mother load of bait, and that's where. And I think we're really gonna get them. Let me check my minnow. Yep, that's good. God, I hope I get bit here. There's a lot of bait.
Where there's bait,
There is a lot of bait. Yeah, he's still swimming pretty good.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there should be fish here.
Logically, yeah. Well, I'd scroll said there was.
Maybe I just got to jig it a little bit.
Put a hair jig on it.
Yeah, I should put a hair jig on one of them relevants.
That's excellent. So just as before, just be ready for that jump. I'm gonna tell you when it comes up. You can keep that pressure on. That's a solid fish you got on there.
That's a
bro.
nice fish, yeah.
Yeah, let's run up to the front here, sir. Okay. Coming up. Here we go. Pull left and jump. Oh, another one. That's pretty damn epic, boys. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Isn't that badass?
You know, and we really thought, I guess I assumed we were going to get into some of the smaller ones in here. But this looks like one of those big fish that we were.
Yeah, this is a solid 30 pounder, I'd say. I have guys that fish for the big ones, you know, on the beaches and out in the passes, but they come and do this light tackle thing with me and they just fall in love with it.
I bet.
As long as people are content to fish in like a concrete jungle, you know, but this is a sanctuary for them, you know, they live back here. And they'll move out and they'll spawn once they get to a certain size, but when the juveniles love being in these canal systems. I think that fish might be coming up again.
Yeah, I think he is.
Come on.
Yeah.
Get on up. Get up. Gotta give him a blue pill. Sorry, bud.
Oh, you're good, man.
So I just threw this.
Hang on. Okay.
we just got here, just got started, brand new bait, just threw it out, and I wanted to make sure the GoPro was running, and so I handed Pat, where's Dan? There's a couple red shirts. Handed Pat my rod real quick just to hold it, and as I was handing it to him, I could feel that minnow.
That's right.
Chased. And then Pat, I thought you were messing with me, going, oh! I grabbed the rod. There's a tarpon there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's so weird how they're behaving today, but you know, I saw them on that side
Over
scan.
here. Did you see him stacked?
There was about half a dozen fish right just off that edge there, and he threw in there perfectly. And look at us now. We're hooked up, boys.
So, this fight could go on for a while?
Typically, 5 to 10 minutes max. It's coming up here. Yeah, just kind of surface there a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, he's coming up.
Keep that pressure on him just in case he tries to get you underneath that boat there. So keep pulling to the left. Okay. I'm going to put this pole on. He's still on?
He's still on.
Good. Sorry, bud.
This is what you come down here to do. Oh, okay. Did you get that jump in slow-mo? Right. Maybe out the wrong side of the boat. You ever tighten back down on them?
You can do a little bit.
You might jump.
Yep, coming up, boys. Fun on that light tackle there, right?
Oh my gosh.
These rods are made here in Punta Gorda too. I love supporting local businesses, and they do a fantastic job. Good old reefer rods.
Strange.
Only us would be fighting a tarpon. Wow, waterfowl.
You're on this guy.
What were you just saying?
So, snook obviously has a regular gill like most fish, but it also has this, it's almost like a box cutter on the inside, on the outside of their gill there. And sometimes they'll come up and they'll shake their head, and if that line touches that, it's game over. They'll cut you clean off.
Yeah.
Fish, so
Very cool. Brett's down there filming underwater stuff. Dan's beating up on Snook. Let's go. It's been crazy in here. Lights out.
Okay, gentlemen, we've just got to idle through here to get back to the next marker post so I can get back off the plane and we'll get moving to the next tarpon spot, boys.
So since we're idling, I have to ask you.
Yeah.
Those glasses, when I was in the back, I was looking at the sandbars.
Yeah.
Tell me about those relevance, man. But do you like them with the sandbars and reading the water?
These are unbelievable. I mean, the clarity in them is absolutely fantastic. This color is actually perfect for Charlotte Harbor this time of year too. I mean, it's little things like when we were on our way down to this spot, we saw the shark, right? If I didn't have these on, I never would have seen that shark. it's just a game changer, and it helps you to see cool things like what we just saw, to make the experience even more fun.
Yeah. No, they're, you know, like I was in the back and you were running full bore, and I asked Dan, how deep are we? He's like 3 foot. You know, you got to have a good pair of glasses when you're running waters like this.
You do, yeah, because with these glasses I can also see the ridges where I can run when I'm running in skinny water. I mean, this boat will run through about 8 inches. With clientele on the boat, I don't want to push myself to that kind of depth. But yeah, these glasses definitely make me help me big time to see how deep the water is without even having to look at my GPS.
Very cool.
All right, boys.
What are you doing, little buddy?
Well, doing a little repair. We had a blowout 2 days ago. You know, these things are very worn and weathered, but they're very near and dear to my heart. So we're just trying to get the last breath out of them with a little bit of electrical tape, but you know, it's doing about as well as you'd expect. Gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not wearing socks today. We could sell those.
Oh my god, dude, that's wild.
Like I say again, right guys, so where we started this morning, that basin that was holding a couple of fish, it wasn't holding the amount of fish that I expected. So typically they move just around the corner to another basin. Absolutely no rhyme or reason why they do it, but they do it. So we're gonna go check out the second basin and see if they're up in there. Probably. See that bull shark back there again?
Oh yeah, he's right there.
You just saw the line.
I suppose they probably just hear a fish flashing and kind of know what's going on and decide to come check it out.
Yeah, yep. This basically stops me from getting tennis elbow, which I still get. Let's see if it pops up.
Right to here. Oh, there. Perfect. All right, man. Excellent day on the water.
Thanks,
How do
my
people
man.
get a hold of you?
You can go on my website, which is fishingpuntagorda.com. It's all one word. Or I'm on Instagram too. It's Knapp Outdoor Expeditions, and that's KNAPP.
KNAPP.
That's right.
Expeditions, right?
Knapp Outdoor Expeditions. Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
Awesome. Hey, appreciate the
Thank you,
fantastic
man.
day.
It's been a pleasure. Been a
Absolutely. Thanks, man.
pleasure.